What's up, friends? My name's Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti. You can call me Captain James Holden. Chat thinks I look like him. Welcome to Freestyle Friday. I'm at studio number 2. We're going to do a little bit of whooping. We're going to talk about the what I feel is the best upgrade path for the Mobula 6 ELRS tonight. And of course, this is a Q&A stream as well. So any questions you've got, put them in the chat. Speaking of the chat, if you'd like to talk to me directly, all you need to do is type CiottiFPV. Keystrokes are already down. Good job, OBS. Hold on. Oh boy, come on. Come on now. Okay. There it is. If you type CiottiFPV, it'll light up an orange like this, and I'll know you're talking to me. If you don't type CiottiFPV, I'll assume that you're talking to each other. This is my full-time job. If you'd like to support me on this wild journey that is being a full-time... Why? Oh, I was hitting the wrong button. Head on over to CiottiFPV.com. There's a whole bunch of buttons you can hit. Patreon helps me out the most, and there's the most benefits. It's $3 whole a month. It's 10 cents a day. You can do it. Support your buddy. He's gangly. But then there's an Etsy store where you can buy some stickers and hardware and some other random stuff. Teespring store with shirts and other fun things. This is the shirt for the night. This is a Blip Shift shirt. There's a Fiverr page where you can hire me to do one-on-one sessions. I'm going to help you fly better. I'm going to help you build better by picking the right parts. And I'm going to teach you how to tune. Or anything else that you want to do sort of one-on-one. Yeah. You can also just email me and we'll schedule it outside of Fiverr. Fiverr's Messenger is kind of annoying. And there's a whole bunch of affiliate links if you're ever doing an order on Amazon for anything. FPV Crate, FPV Cycle, Get FPV, Oh My God's website, and a bunch of others. There are affiliate links over there. If you replace your existing bookmarks to those stores with my affiliate links, you won't have to remember to go to my website. Or if you just, like I do, if you just type into the URL bar, get, and then it pre-populates Get FPV, you can go to your URL bar, you can type get, and then the first link, you can hit like the X on it to get rid of it, and then hit my affiliate link, and my affiliate link will be the top link. Yay! Do whatever you want. I trust you. In the chat, Riot9 was first, Grizz FPV was next, Finn FPV after that, Espander, Northern Tier, Kevin Sumner, Frank Nicholas, Abnormal FPV, CMYK's in the house, Josh House is also in the house, RC Ritter, Dan636, Slow Entropy, what's up everybody? Grizz FPV tagged me and said, what's up? Kevin Sumner says, if you ain't first, you're last. I bet, who can name the movie? That is from Talladega Nights. CMYK says, yo, yo, and dropped the Linktree link. Thank you, dude. CMYK also said, like, subscribe, share. You guys are better at reminding people than I am. Dan636 says, ads before the stream now. Channel game strong. Yeah, I turned on monetization last stream and this stream. I think what I'm going to do is leave it on for a month. The YouTube's monetization doesn't really work all that well for me. I generate a lot of watch hours, but I don't generate like a big raw number of views, which is what their monetization works off of. So it doesn't really work well for me, but I am curious. I do an awful lot of streams, so over the course of a month, there are a lot of views. So I'm going to turn it on for the rest of February, and I think I'm going to turn it on for all of March, and we'll see. I think it's only going to be like $10 at the end of the month, in which case I'm just going to turn it right the hell back off, because that's just stupid. If it's anything less than like $60, $70, $80, I'm just going to turn it back off. I don't want you guys to have to watch commercials. That's silly. But if it makes, $100 a month, I feel like it's worth it, because every little bit helps, and that's $100 more to buy more stuff to test. Nothing wrong with that. RC Ritter says, how do I get rid of the yaw turn when coming out of a power loop with a Mobula 7, 90 degrees left usually? That is a lack of power problem, basically, RC Ritter. The way to get rid of it is to make more power. Put more powerful motors on, switch from PH 2.0 to BT 2.0, potentially a more pitchy prop, depending on which Mobula 7 you have. If you have the Mobula 7 ELRS, a more pitchy prop is not going to work, because the motors that they put on it are already maxed out on the bi-blade propeller. So if it's a Mobula 7 ELRS, RC Ritter, just watch my stream from Wednesday. I go over the upgrade path for the Mobula 7 ELRS, step by step, and in order of sort of value to performance. So yeah, just watch Wednesday's stream and I'll walk you through the upgrade process. Go as far down that upgrade process as you can. Each step of that process is going to get, other than the antenna, every other part of that upgrade path is going to increase the amount of thrust that the rig makes. And that's all you need to fix that problem. There's no amount of tuning that's really going to help that. You're just running out of power. Reading the Wind says, what's up? And there we go. we are all caught up. So, what do I have to kind of update you guys on? Oh, hey, so tiny lifters. I haven't really spent much time or effort with the tiny lifters, but because I've been meaning to fly them in the day, in the harsh sunlight, so that I could really see Jello. And I finally got around to it today, and I'm not thrilled. So I did move the, speaking of the Mobula 7 ELRS, I moved those 0802s over to one of the tiny lifters. The black tiny lifter, actually. And I put ASI tri-blades on it because they're quite a bit lighter than the Gemfan tri-blades. And they're great. I really dig these ASI tri-blades. I can't get them to go all the way down in the shaft, that's what she said, but it's fine. This is not a rig that's going to get crashed hard. And I don't think I'm going to leave these motors on here, to be totally honest. I flew both this and the 1102 version today, and I dumped the footage into 360 Go. I turned off the stabilization, and we're gonna take a really quick look at it. But yeah, the first little flight is this, and all we really want to look at is like Jello and stability. I have not like really cranked up the PIDs on these two yet, but I'm gonna need to, because as you'll see, there are some stability problems. I'm asking an awful lot of these two. The 0802s are just not up to the task. Yeah, I mean I'm dragging around a 26 gram camera. What do you expect? So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm at a bit of a loss as to what to do. I think those Beta FPV 1102s are the motor. They've got 1.5 millimeter motor shafts, so they're going to be a lot stronger, and they make enough power. So I'm hoping that once I focus on the PID tune a little bit and really push it hard, that it'll be cool with those 1102s. Technically, there's a chance that I'll need to go to an even bigger motor, but if I go to an even bigger motor, there's just no chance that the AIO will survive. I mean, I'm already really pushing the shit out of these AIOs. Although the core temperature warnings are not coming on, so that's interesting. But yeah, it's looking like the 1102s are going to be the motor, which is fine. That's I kind of suspected that. But so here's with the 0802s. What is this, around the house? Oh, look at me. Oh, that's up in front of the house. Oh, this is the newbie drone 0802s. All right, so what was that? What is? Why is this happening? OBS, come on. There we go. Okay, let me turn down. No, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'll just mute it. No, I'm not gonna mute it. I'll just turn it like way, way, way down. Hopefully that doesn't blow your guys' eardrums to hell. Oh, yep, it is. I'm gonna mute it all the way. So these are the Happy Model 0802s. I soldered on JST 1.0, which are the newbie drone plugs, directly onto the motors. So this is not direct soldered. This is plugged in. I could probably get a little bit more power out of these by direct soldering them, but I'm not doing that. That's a complete nightmare. I have a feeling you guys won't really be able to see. Why is there a border around? Oh, the right monitor is not. Oh, I see what's going on. I see what's going on. Turn that. There we go. There we go. So yeah, I didn't fly it much. I only had 2 batteries charged, and I wanted to fly both rigs. So I just did a really quick, but like up and back. But the main thing that I wanted to do is coming up in a second here, which is just to fly directly at the sun. That's what really draws out the Jello. And there really isn't. There's really not. I'm not seeing any Jello per se, but there is instability. It was a tiny little bit windy out, but that's I really prefer to tune in the wind like that. I'm kind of blown away that there isn't Jello. I was really expecting there to be Jello, but this instability is even worse. Can you guys see it through the stream? Can you guys see like the little it just won't track straight, and I think it's just response time related. You could really see it there when I was dropping elevation. Ready? So as it's coming down in elevation, it's subtle, but it's there. So yeah, those are the 0802s. At no point in this did I go full throttle. I'm just kind of cinewhooping it around, basically. So that's the 0802s. Here are the, let's also take a look at the newbie drone 0802s. This is not in, oh boy, sorry for your eardrums. This is not in broad sunlight. This is a week or 2 ago. This is a much less challenging lighting situation, but again, there's no Jello, which is nice. I feel like the newbie drone 0802s make more power than the Happy Model 0802s. They're definitely a heavier motor, and the bell looks taller. The bell also looks wider. I think there are just bigger, thicker magnets in the newbie drone 0802s. But the problem with them is they're only a 1mm motor shaft. I do have 8 of them though, so I think what I might do is put this build back onto those motors and just leave it and just let those motors get bent and just swap them out and just work through the 8 of them that I have. And this will sort of be like the lightweight rig. What I also did notice is that the 1mm shaft 1.6-inch props are better balanced than the 1.5mm shaft propellers, which is a little weird. My guess is maybe they're just making all 1mm props and then drilling them out to be for the 1.5mm. I have no idea if that's true or not, but kind of interesting. I don't know. The check your if you're using 1.5mm shaft tiny whoop propellers. Put your rig into the motors tab and spin the motors up and see if they're balanced. Mine are not all that well balanced. The purple ones are worse than the blue ones. I contacted GemFan about it and asked them if they can check. So I don't know. We'll see. So that's the 0802 rig. Here comes the 1102 rig.
All right, this is the blue.
And again, stabilization is off. All right, so I spent a little bit more time flying this. Unfortunately, the neighborhood kids started running around and chasing it and stuff. I did do a full throttle blast in here somewhere, and so you can still see it's kind of shimmying about. It's shimmying about. You could also see the wind there. Like look at the direction of travel versus the direction that I'm pointing. See how I'm kind of pointing to the right? And now the wind is going to blow me to the left of this tree. So yeah, there was some wind, but I really I prefer to tune in the wind because, you know, if you're out flying for real and it's windy, you know, you don't want to have to adjust your tune. So there was a little full throttle blast. Ready? Here it comes. 3, 2, 1, full throttle. And like, look at that. Like, look at the stability on the little, I pitched it forward and chopped the throttle. Look at that stability. The tune is actually pretty good. But I just need to keep pushing on it. I think I just need to push more D gain in. So we'll see. I have not spent much time. The only time that I've spent tuning this was like in the house. And that doesn't really count. So, yeah, we'll see. we will see what's going on with this thing. But I'm pretty impressed so far. So this is the rig that's on the blue Gemfan tri-blade 1.5 mil prop shaft propellers. Yeah, the kids start just going bananas. I mean, it is just a tiny whoop, so I wasn't super worried. Like, if I hit them in the face with it, they'd be totally fine. But, you know, no reason to find out. This kid, man, he came at me so fast, I was like, oh! Didn't even have a chance to really react. So, yeah, I mean, really decent, right? But just not quite there. It's... I don't know, man. Going beyond, I can't possibly imagine these AIOs withstanding any more abuse than they're already getting on the 1102s. As much as I would like to go up to like 1103, oh, actually, you know what? I probably can't. There aren't many. So these cockroach frames use the 3-bolt pattern. And there really aren't many motors bigger than 11. I think there might be one 1103 that uses that 3-bolt pattern, but there might not be. So yeah, these Happy Model 0802s, they're not. It's not enough motor. I'll fly it a little bit more, but it's not looking good. Not looking good for those. The other thing I want to do is really test the balance on a bunch of these props. I'm going to do a little bit of prop balance testing. I'm just going to like put a different prop on each corner and spin them up individually because I want to figure out which of these 1.6 inch props are the best balanced. So yeah, there's some more figuring out that I'll do. But let me get caught. I'm actually good to go on chat. Let's talk about the Mobula 6 upgrade path. And I did the thing again. Down in the description, I put a whole bunch of links, like a good YouTuber. Bunch of affiliate links down below. So I'm just gonna work on through those and kind of go over what I think is your best step-by-step upgrade path for the Mobula 6 ELRS. The biggest thing that's really gonna change it's not free, but it's as close to free as possible, is gonna be switching it over to BT 2.0. In the description, I put a link to Amazon for a set of BT 2.0 to PH 2.0 adapters. You're gonna need those to charge the BT 2.0 batteries. And it comes with 6 of them. So just take one of them and just cut the PH 2.0 connector off the end. And then you've got your little BT 2.0 pigtail. And then you can use the other 5 to charge the BT 2.0 batteries that you can get. So yeah, that's going to be one of the biggest, cheapest performance upgrades that you make. Hopefully you catch, you don't already, if you already have the Mobula 6, you might already have a bunch of PH 2.0 batteries. That kind of sucks. But if you're buying a Mobula 6, yeah, just don't buy any PH 2.0 batteries. Like switch it to BT 2.0 right away. That's and that is going to require a soldering iron. But it's pretty easy. The holes are here by the edge. Yeah, you'll be okay. You can flat solder to them, or you can actually use the through holes, either or. You'll be totally fine doing that. So that's first. Get it on the BT 2.0. Of course, you can do BlueJay, just like I talked about on Wednesday with the Mobula 7. You won't. I don't think that you'll need to. I don't think that you'll need to turn the startup power up for whatever reason. That's something that's unique to the Mobula 7. This Mobula 6 ELRS with the stock settings on BlueJay is totally fine. I don't know why. I don't know how. But yeah, so you can just put this onto BlueJay at escconfigurator.com and that'll get it up onto, you can put it on 48 kilohertz and turn on brake to stop, turn the beacon delay down to like 2 minutes, all the things that I usually do. And you'll get a little bit better performance with BlueJay than BLHeliS. So there's a free mod that you can do. Another really important durability-based mod is to get it off of the frame that it comes with. Because that, like, as an example, the frame that this thing came with lasted me 4 batteries before it broke. And the Meteor 65 frame is pretty well regarded in the Tiny Whoop racing community as the best one. It's the most durable, and it's not actually the lightest weight, but it's the lightest weight frame that's also durable. Your other option is the Newbie Drone Cockroach frame, the Cockroach 65 frame. It's a little bit heavier, it's a little bit stiffer, so you'll be able to drop your filters more and crank your PIDs up more, but it's actually less durable than the Meteor 65 frame, just by a little bit. Make sure you get the clear one. That's going to be the most durable of them. Plastic is clear, and then if you want to make it a color, you have to add color pigment, additive, whatever you want to call it. And that decreases the amount of plastic that's in there. So if you want the Cockroach frame to be a little bit closer to the Meteor 65 frame in terms of durability, just get it in clear. I really like the Cockroach frame. I moved this, at first I put this onto the Cockroach frame and it was great. And then I moved it over to the Meteor 65 frame because I wanted to try to save as much weight as I could, because I am sticking at the moment with these motors that it comes with, which are 0702 26,000 kV. At some point, I'm probably going to move this rig onto 0802s, and at that point, I might put it back into a Cockroach frame, because I really like how stiff the Cockroach frames are. Like, for example, when you do this little number, there's a big difference between this and the Cockroach frame, and then when you start tuning it, you can add like 10 or 20 more points of P&D gain with the Cockroach frame because it's so much stiffer. But you kind of can't go wrong. These frames are like a few dollars each. Just get them both and play around with them. See which one you like better. Props is the other big thing. So the Mobula 6 ELRS is going to come with the HQ bi-blade props, which are just not that great. At the very least, move over to the GemFan bi-blade props. But what I really think you should do, and the link that I have down below, is to move it over to the GemFan tri-blade props. Those are 12-19, 1.2 inch 19 pitch. These props match really well with these 0702 motors, and they'll also work really well if you switch this over to 0802 motors. So yeah, GemFan propellers, that's another really cheap mod upgrade that is going to significantly improve the performance of this little guy. So BlueJay, Meteor 65 frame props, BT 2.0. These are 4 either free or really cheap upgrades that you can make to this little guy that are going to make a big difference. Now we're going to, and batteries, right? Because you have to buy the batteries anyway. We Bleed FPV 1S 300 mAh BT 2.0 batteries, or the Tattoo 300 mAh BT 2.0 batteries. I have an Amazon link to the Tattoo batteries because that's the only place I've been able to find them in stock, and then a non-affiliate link to We Bleed FPV for their batteries. The general consensus is they're actually the same battery. They also seem to be the same as the Newbie Drone Nitro Nectar Gold batteries. It seems like We Bleed FPV and, I don't know, maybe Tattoo made the Newbie Drone batteries in the first place, but they didn't sell them or something like that. You can't get the Newbie Drone version of these batteries with BT 2.0. So yeah, batteries are going to make a big difference as well, obviously. Now we get into upgrades that are a little bit more expensive, but still worth it in my opinion. Same as the Mobula 7 that we talked about on Wednesday. True RC Singularity ultra short antenna. You can actually fit it inside of the canopy. There is arguably the best quality CP antenna available inside of this canopy right now. And yeah, on True RC's website, it's called the Ultra Short. And then what I recommend in the notes for your order you just say, hey, Hugo, CiottiFPV sent me, and can you please make my ultra short antenna 5 or 6? To be safe, I would say 5 millimeters shorter. I think if you ask them to make it 8 millimeters shorter, that's going to be even better. The shorter, I asked them to make it 3 to 4 millimeters shorter, and it's good, but it's still you still have to put it's still a little bit too long. So I think if you tell them to make it 8 millimeters shorter, it'll be the perfect length. Even if it's still a little bit too long, you can just do what I do and you just put a little angle on it and it still clears and fits in there totally fine. But I feel like 8 millimeters shorter is the exact right length for that ultra short antenna to be able to fit it perfectly inside of this canopy. Which is not, I mean, you know, if you get the regular short antenna, you can hang it out the canopy and you'll get a little bit better coverage, but it's a tiny whoop. How far are you really going to go? I really like having it inside the canopy. It just makes this thing like, you know, it's not going to get hung up on anything. It's not going to sit up on it weird. It just makes it an ultra slick little setup. So True RC Singularity ultra short antenna, $20. It's expensive. They are expensive antennas, but they work phenomenal. And, you know, when you can see where you're going, which is a challenge on analog at the best of times, you're going to fly better. So having the best possible antenna on an analog setup is a real performance improvement, because it's going to make, you know, a setup that looks kind of like crap look a little bit less like crap. So, and finally, it's going to be a motor swap. I'm okay with these 0702s. The weight of this rig suits these motors. It's a very, very, very lightweight build. This is less than 20 grams as it sits right here, with a CP antenna, with the tri-blade propellers, no battery. That's a dry weight. That's nuts. I mean, that's really, really, really lightweight. You could certainly make it a little bit lighter, but you would really start to negatively impact the durability, which, don't do that. These things are so annoying to work on. These motors make enough power at this weight that it flies great. So yeah, don't, in my opinion, chase the dragon on the saving another half a gram or 3/4 of a gram, because yeah, I mean, as this is, there's really nothing that you can. There's no free lunch from this point. Like at some point, their Happy Model says that they're going to make a ELRS Diamond AIO. That'll be cool. That'll be a really nice upgrade for this to get it a little bit lighter. But this AIO is pretty light as it is, and yeah, I mean, sub 20 grams dry. That's dope. We're gonna fly this around in a little bit, and you'll get to see the performance. It's wild. It absolutely rips. And to put this thing onto 0802s, it would just make it that much more crazy. We're also gonna fly around the ultimate, you know, the Acro B, basically ultimate 1S freestyle tiny whoop, and you'll get to see this rig is almost 3 grams heavier, but the 0802 25,000s make so much more power that you would never know it. Moving this to 0802s, it is going to get a little bit heavier, right? Because 0802s are obviously going to be heavier than 0702s. But the 0802s will more than make up for the extra weight with the extra power that they're going to give you. So, yeah, the last upgrade that I would do on this thing would be to move it to 0802 25,000 kV motors. I've got an Amazon link down below to the Happy Model 0802 25,000s. They make the most power out of all the 0802 25,000s. I also have, if you don't want to order on Amazon, I have a GetFPV link to the HGLRC Aeolus 0802 25,000s, which make a little bit less power, but they're going to be more durable. They're a one-piece bell design. The Happy Model motors that I linked are the old school two-piece bell design Happy motors, because at the moment, they are looking like, they are more durable than the one-piece bell design Happy Model motors. The one-piece bell design Happy Models are throwing magnets, which is irreparable. Whereas the old school two-piece bell Happy Model motors, after enough abuse, the magnet ring that holds the magnets will drop down, but you can just push it back up with your fingernails, and then you can fly a bunch more, and then eventually it'll drop down again. You push it back up. Every time you do that, it loosens up a little bit, but I've been able to push those up with my fingernails 10, 15, 20 times and just keep flying the damn thing. So yeah, those old school Happy Model motors are definitely more durable, and man, they make some serious power. You guys will see in a little bit. It's wild. I kind of can't imagine this rig with those motors. That's gonna be fun. I kind of can't wait to do that. I got the window open here because it's hot as balls. Family Guyver says you can get BT 2.0 in another brand other than Beta FPV now. I don't think so. From what I understand, Beta FPV is keeping the BT 2.0 licensing their own. So you can't get the connectors and stuff like that from anyone other than Beta FPV. But they are licensing the plug to a couple of folks that are making batteries, We Bleed FPV and Tattoo. So yeah. Smooth and Groovin says, can you explain cap sizes and what is better to run via 35 amp 1000 versus 50 amp 470? Not amp, volt. So the voltage rating, you just want to look at, the voltage rating is easy. Just whatever, if you're on 4S, look at the total voltage of, 4.2 times 4, whatever that number is. If you're on 6S, 6 times 4.2. Basically, 35 volt is going to cover you on 6S. If you go 7S or 8S, you need to go up to 50 volt. But if you're going to stay below 6S, 35 volt is totally fine. If you're going to stay on 4S or below, you can actually run 25 volt capacitors. The problem there is if you plug a 6S battery into that rig by accident, it's going to blow the capacitor up because it's not going to be rated for over 25 volts. So the volt rating of capacitors is easy, and then the UF rating is also kind of easy in that you just run the biggest one you can possibly fit. So if you can fit 1,000 UF capacitor in your build, do it. There's no such thing as too much capacitance until the capacitor gets so heavy that the weight negatively affects the rig. But the 1,000 UF capacitors are extremely lightweight. So yeah, the most UF you can possibly fit from a physical packaging standpoint, getting it into the rig somewhere, and then yeah, enough voltage for whatever batteries you're running. Nice and simple. Michael Blade says, hey. Alex says the two-piece 0802 bells can be glued together with green sleeve retainer, and it works awesome. Makes them bomb-proof if you don't mind doing some motor surgery. The only problem with doing that, Alex, is that it's going to throw the balance off, and those tiny little motors have a hard time with balancing anyway. If you're going to do that, if you're going to glue the magnets in, what you would want to do is try to run a uniform bead of glue around the entire motor so that you're attempting to, add the exact same amount of extra material all the way around. You would not want to have a magnet come out and then just glue that one magnet in, because that's going to not grossly, but it's definitely going to imbalance the bell. So I guess the best bet would be if... Oh, you said the two-piece 0802. I didn't even think of doing that. What's green sleeve retainer, Alex? I've never heard of that before. On my Patreon, in Tech Talk, in the tag Tech Talk, there is a video that one of the patrons did a long time ago. This was like a year ago. I forget who did it. But there's a specific Loctite that apparently works really well for when a motor shaft slips on the bell. whatever that Loctite is would probably be perfect for doing what Alex is saying. Man, I'm glad that I saved the 0802s that were dropping the magnet ring, because I'm just gonna glue those back together. Wow. Yeah. Okay. How did I not? I guess I just assumed you wouldn't be able to do it, or it wouldn't help. But yeah, once the magnet ring drops, it gives you a perfect little spot to squeeze some glue into. Squeeze it all the way around, and then push it back up, and then just wipe off the excess, and it should be fine. Good call, Alex. Espander says, some say you need to double the voltage for the capacitor. I've never had that. I've been running 35-volt capacitors forever. Is that because they'll blow up, Espander, or is that performance related? Any idea? I've been running 35-volt 1000 UFs on glides for the last like 3 years or so, and they've always been totally fine. Who is that? Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Squeaky FPV subscribe. Welcome, Squeaky. Thank you, brother. Smooth and Groovin says, also had my first ESC catch fire for the first time ever while flying. Luckily, I was on the soccer field that nobody was on. Yeah, it happens, man. It sucks. That's one of the reasons why I try not to cheap out on ESCs. Acon ESCs have been bomb-proof for me. So, yeah, if it was a 5-inch rig, your next ESC, in my opinion, should be an Acon, and then you probably won't have that ever happen again. T-Bird says, what's up? Alex says, it's very thin Loctite intended to retain engine cylinder sleeves. No way. Very cool. RC Ritter says, Loctite 640 green sleeve retainer. Let me get rid of this bot real quick here. Hide user on this channel. All right, cool. Let's take a quick look at my Patreon, because I also want to show you guys how to hit the how to find all the Tech Talk articles. So when you open up my Patreon, come on. Keep clicking all the wrong buttons. Come on. No. Can you, please? Can you just, there it is. Okay. So, at the very top, it's not all the way on the screen, but, oh God, keystrokes. At the very top here, when you scroll down, here's Tech Talk right here. See it? This is gonna bring you to all of the tech articles that I've got on here. So, oh hey, by the way, this air mode only at low throttle, don't do it. Don't do it on 5-inch rigs. I'm sorry, don't do it on anything bigger than Tiny Whoops. It doesn't work right. It's just not good. This is not good. I'm actually gonna delete this because it's that not good. I don't. With Tiny Whoops, I kind of what happens is it doesn't it doesn't turn air mode on quick enough, and sometimes it just doesn't turn it on at all. So yeah, just don't do it. Just don't do it. It's not good. Oh come on, really? Is it this far down? Jesus. There it is. Full CT did it. Very cool. Full CT did it. Can I copy this link? No. There it is. All right, dropping it in the chat. There you go, chat. Whatever the Loctite that's in there that Full CT recommends, that's apparently really good. For fixing loose bells on the motor shafts. Cool. Oh, OBS, please. Put a shorts video up today. Check that out on the channel. Flying around here, fun stuff. Alex says, probably goes without saying, but I recommend taking the belt off the motor before doing the green Loctite. It penetrates everything. I'm going to try to do it without pulling it. I'll let you know how it goes. Expander says, both, I suppose, but I've also been running 35 volt 1000 on 6S, no problem. I wonder why. I asked my dad about that. I asked my dad if there's a potential performance benefit to running a 50 volt cap rather than a 35. There's definitely not. Yeah, I can say that. There's definitely not a reliability increase because I've just not blown up a single 35 volt 1000 UF, and I mean we're talking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hard slams on rigs with that exact same setup. So I can't possibly imagine it being a durability thing. What I can imagine it being is a best practices kind of thing. And like, yeah, I get best practices and all, but I mean, I've tested the hell out of those 35 volts and they're fine. And I feel like, the 35 volt 1000, I think, is roughly the same size as the 50 volt 470. I would actually think that the extra capacitance would have a performance benefit, but I don't know. I'll talk to my dad about it, see if he has any opinions. My dad was an electrical engineer for most of his career, and he actually worked for a long period of time on the tokamak plasma fusion reactor at Princeton Plasma Physics Lab. So he has a little bit of an idea of what he's talking about. It's kind of brilliant, if I'm honest. Yeah, not kind of, he is. All right, this is good to go here. Let me get this out of here. And so yeah, there's your Mobula 6 upgrade path. Let's fly it so that you can see what kind of performance you're going to get from doing those things. Everything but the 0802s. And so I'm going to put it up in the air on a Weebleed FPV. 300 mAh battery, which is, from what I've been told, the same as the Tattoo batteries. What am I doing? I'm not ready at all. I gotta get the little USB receiver set up. Hold on. Be right back, friends. All right. That's good to go. Oh, wait, no, I need to leave this door open. That's good to go. I don't need this strap here. Do need these googles, though. All right. Let's see if the computer wants to behave tonight. Hey, it does. Look at that. Awesome. All right, cool. I'm trying out these rubber thumb grips. They're okay. I don't know. I don't think I like them. But if you haven't heard, for patrons, I am buying all of the thumb grips that I can find, so that I can pick my favorite, and then. Uh-oh. And then I'm going to send that full kit out to patrons. Right. It's on the wrong model. Got it. That's why the module wasn't powering up. Hey, look at that. Look at this. I got this Naminmo antenna. Mainly because it's purple. Look at that. All right. Let's see if we can break this Mobula 6 ELRS. There we go. All right. I haven't flown in here in a week, so I'm gonna be a little rusty. Not too rusty though. Good Lord. Ooh, ooh. So this is the Mobula 6 ELRS. Ah! I thought that I would slide clear of it. On the 0702 motors, as you can see, good power. Good power. Not quite as good as the 0802s, but still plenty. Oh, I clipped the edge. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, that recovery though. Right into. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's the move that I really haven't quite been able to get, but I will. What I really want to get out of that move is a big old power loop up the open gap and then down the stairs. Oh boy, getting a little spicy with it. Oh wow, I was full throttle that whole time. What I do like about these 0702s is how light they are. I mean, like, come on, it really makes this thing super accurate. Oh, oh no, oh boy, everything's cool. Everybody relax. All right, we're good. Should I get to? Ooh. Should I get this corkscrew going? Okay. Okay. We are in it. Oh boy. The edge of that edge tried to get me. Oh no. Oh no.
9, 8.
Whew. Got it stopped. So this is going to be our impossible power loop for the night. The world's smallest little stool
3,
on top of my new yoga mat, which is very grippy. Oh boy, is very grippy. So I can't. Stop it! Stop it!
timer 1.
I can't even graze the ground. Let's give it a try. Nah, way off. Why am I over-rotating like that? That's weird. Oh! More rotational rate would help, but what fun is that? Alright, let's see. Come on. This battery's getting kind of low. This battery's going to fall off the face of the earth. Whee! Whew! Okay. Thanks, Michael. Yeah, at the end of Wednesday, I was starting to get it. All right, so there you go. That's what you can get out of the Mobula 6 ELRS with the mods that I talked about. Other than the motors, this is with the factory motors. You only have to use your soldering iron to swap the BT 2.0 lead on. Pretty simple, and away you go. Let's now jump over to the heavier rig with more power. This is similar to what you would get if you also swap the motors, but this is a little bit heavier. So you would actually get slightly better thrust to weight if you were to do this on the Mobula 6 rather than on an Acrobait. And you'll also see the difference between the cameras here as well.
Battery.
ETX with Mike, there we go. All right. So this is 0802 25,000s. Oh boy. On the sticks. Oh wow, that crash recovery just saved my ass. Oh boy. Get in there. Oh, get in there. Oh wow. Yeah, so there's also this Acrobee, the rates feel different. I have no idea why, but it feels like there's less expo. You know what? I'm actually gonna just turn the expo up. Let's go to 0.8 on the Expo and see if maybe that. So the Happy Model boards run on standard Betaflight targets. These newbie drone boards run on. Oh boy, well, this makes it worse. So maybe it's not an Expo thing. Maybe it's just the motors. I've been trying to figure this out lately. I don't I don't quite get it. So these midair stalls are what you can do with the 0802s that I struggle with on the 0702s, just because they don't have quite enough. They don't have quite the same like explosion of power. Oh boy, I thought I was gonna eat that lamp on that one. Woo, okay. Let's do this loop. I gotta remember to do this loop the other way. I'm actually gonna put the Expo back. This, I don't love this. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, easy, easy. Ah! It's, maybe it's the weight. It shouldn't be the weight. But, I don't think it's an Expo thing. I don't know. Yeah, they're different. I mean, this rig is 3 grams heavier, so, but, I don't know. This rig almost flies like it's lighter weight. Okay. Okay. Easy, little friend. Easy, 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 little buddy. I was talking on Whoop Wednesday. I was wondering if, and I'm still wondering. Nobody really had an answer. This rig is on an external ELRS receiver. This is on a Happy Model EP2. Whereas the Happy Model rig is on the internal. And I was wondering if it could have something to do with that. Oh no, that's going to be a walk of shame. Yeah! Look at you falling onto the floor, little friend. Yeah, I was wondering if there could be a difference in the latency from an internal versus an external receiver. Whoo! Man, I am getting noticeably better at flying here. Like, I'm really starting to learn the timing of and the way that everything kind of connects here, so I can kind of blindly, do flippy floppies. Let's go back to the Mobula 6 so that you can get a head-to-head comparison. You know what I mean? Biggest thing that I notice, at least, between these two is the camera, to be completely honest.
Telemetry recovered.
This is a 150 field of view RunCam Nano, and then the Acro B has their built-in BI camera, which is like 170 field of view, it seems like, 165, 170, and not quite as good quality as the newbie drone camera. All right, back to the Mobula 6. Yeah, it feels so much softer. Yeah, it's see how soft, like, easy, breathe. Okay, we're fine. Yeah, it feels, I don't, oh, hi Duke. Hello, boy. Sorry, buddy. Oh, boy. He tried to come out. He's afraid of this thing. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, like this feels so much softer. It's really strange. The motors are making a lot less power though. But I don't think that's what it is. It could be. It totally could be. But I don't think that's what it is. Woo! Crash protection saved me again. Oh, didn't save me on that one. Oh no. Oh no. Oh yes! Hey! Can you guys see how much less poppy these motors are? Can you guys tell? I mean, like, obviously whatever this weird difference. You know, I need to get this rig onto 0802s. I have 2 more of the HDLRC 0802s coming. That's a walk of shame for sure. I'm in between the pillows. Be right back. Hold on. Okay. Here we go. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy, why? Why are you so angry now? What happened to you? Who hurt you? It was me. Alright. 3 point. Oh, come on now. Not like this. Not like this. Ooh. Ooh. Ignore the beeping. Fat Shark doesn't know how to make goggles with a proper voltage sensor in them. It's the only bad thing about Fat Sharks. Yeah, like, I can fly this thing around so soft like this. Whoa! I'm trying to get it down where I go in between those 2 chairs. These 2, ready? Ooh. It's really tight. That's what she said. Oh! Oh, I went through. Oh boy. The clearance to get through that railing is like a 0.5 millimeter. Oh man, that was it. Oh no, what did I hit? Did I hit the railing? I thought it was clear. Got a little orbit going of the Lamp of Doom. Let's bring it back in. Try to take better care of these batteries. Not run them all the way down every time. CiottiFPV says, I have a 6S 380 GNB that has 2 bad cells. Going to take it apart, use them on my 65mm roof. What are your thoughts about it? I love those 380s. That's my favorite battery for the Mobula 7. That's my recommended battery for the Mobula 7. I should say. So yeah, do that for sure. Just be careful, man. Taking batteries apart is risky biscuits. What's up, Chomper? All right, so yeah, man, I'm the. Let me do this. Let me put a bit. Let me see if it's max rotational rate related. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's max rotational rate. So, and that's easy to check. We can just do a bunch of snap rolls on either one of these rigs and see if on one of them I over or under rotate more than the other. So let's do Mobula 6 first. And this is a really good way to dial in your max rotational rate. It's just to do snap flips and snap rolls and see where they land. So for example, right? I'm going to do snap rolls. Start off level. I under rotated on that one. I'm going to do it again. Start off level. Level. Under rotated a little bit on that one as well. over-rotated on that one, actually. That one was almost perfect. Under. Under. Over. I over-rotate when I go to the left. Well, that one's under, though. That one was under, too. That one was about perfect. All right, so I'm pretty consistently under-rotating. Let's go over to the newbie drone rig and see what happens.
Telemetry lost.
I'm gonna be kind of pissed if that was the issue, because I should have checked that earlier.
Telemetry.
Blinda Binda, I have put this rig into that lamp a whole bunch of times. I'm actually afraid I'm gonna break it at some point. Oh god. The hover point is so much lower on these 0802s. No, I'm under. You know what it could be? It could be the field of view of this camera. That's under again. That's under as well. Yeah, so I'm under rotating on both of these rigs. Yeah, okay. Man, this is so much wider field of view. Let's do a quick, hold on. Let's do a quick field of view comparison between these two. I'm gonna put this on the edge. I'm gonna put this right on the edge here, and I'm gonna line this motor up with the 0. Okay, so that looks terrible. Hold on. That's better. Okay, so, oh boy. So yeah, that motor, the front motors are lined up with the 0 on here. So off on this side, let me pick something that ain't gonna move. Okay, so here, well, let me move. Well, we'll look at this side first. So we're getting Paul Frank's eyeball here, just his little eyeball. See it? And then on the other side, we've got like this part of the window here, and then my little backlight here. But yeah, oh, and we're getting a little bit of the center of the window here. All right. So this is the wider field of view camera, and we're getting this much prop in view. But we can't actually ignore how much duct is in view because I don't have the up tilt matched up between these two. All right. So now
Telemetry lost.
we're going to go to the Mobula 6, which has the RunCam Nano 4 in it, with, I think, the new lens. Although I haven't flown it outside to confirm that.
Telemetry
All right, same spot.
low battery.
Oh, it's harder to line this up like this, but... this frame doesn't want to line up in the same way. I think that's about right. Oh my God, that's a lot less. That's a lot less. On this side here, no, it's not. It's not lined up properly. Well, I can just do this. I can just bring Paul Frank. It's not that much less. I think the newbie drone camera might just be more. It might just be more fisheyed. Let me do this. I'm gonna retest the other one. So I'm gonna use the motor screws to line this up on here. So that's now lined up with the motor screws. This side of the screen, we've got a little bit of that. Got to try to line it up in the middle because the up tilt could be different. So we've got this here, and then over on this side of the screen, we've got just this corner. All right, and then I'm going to use the motor screws to line up the Acro B. Put the battery in backwards. Okay. So motor screws this time.
Telemetry
those the motor screws? Yeah, they are.
Low battery.
Okay, motor screws and then zeroed. Okay, yeah, so it is definitely wider field of view. We've got more of Paul Frank up to his eyeball, and then yeah, we've got a bunch of this. I guess I can use this to look at up tilt too. So this, oh, that's interesting. I feel like this has more up tilt because if you look down here, there's actually a little bit of purple from the propellers showing through. Is that just, that's the blade of the propellers though. So that doesn't really count. And then we'll go back to the other one. So up above, I can see, okay, this vent, there it is. This vent, and then the light is almost, there's a little bit of a gap above that light. Let's see. Swap back over.
Telemetry lost.
And see how this is different. Motor screws.
Telemetry recovered.
Even with the zero.
Low battery.
Oh, okay. There's way more up tilt on this. I didn't even notice. There's no duct in view at all. Well, this is definitely way more up tilt because we've got the same gap here. We've actually got more gap above this light, but then there's no ducts in view. So that could have a lot to do with why these feel so different. The problem with putting less up tilt into this Mobula 6 rig is that, oh, that's a lot less though. The camera gets really close to the ELRS antenna, but that is quite a bit less up tilt. The question is, will it stay? It uses screws that go into TPU to hold the up tilt adjustment on the camera, and yeah, that's not like a great system. But I'm glad I figured that out. So now I've actually got a little bit less. No, this is probably the same amount of up tilt because this is less field of view. And I still don't have, I have just got a tiny little bit of duct in view on this. Okay, so let me back to back these again. And I'll see if there's a little bit less of a performance difference. Slim with a $5 super chat. Thank you, brother. He says, did you ever get the Diamond VTX DVR to work? I've been trying to get one to work, but Goggle's getting full black screen, not even OSD info. I never got it to work, Slim. I ended up sending it to Grizz, and what Grizz noticed is that it's not the Diamond VTX DVR. When he messaged me, he said, is this the Diamond? And as soon as he said that, I remembered that it's not. It's the nameless one. So that probably had a lot or everything to do with the problems that I was having with it. So Grizz is going to try to get it working. I swear to God, Fat Shark, I'm going to light you on fire and just dance on your grave. I can't do it. I have to put another fully charged battery on here. Maybe that one won't beep for no reason. Let's see. Let's see if another fully charged battery will work. My God. All right. So let me see if this is any. Man, the hover point is so different between these two. I really can't believe how. So the softness that I'm feeling, I'm starting to think is just the smaller stator 0702 motors, just making less power in the middle of the throttle. They do have a nice burst of power at the top though. Oh, and then I just smash into something stupid. Great. Oh. Come on. What's happening? Okay, I'll take it. Oh, I would have been, if I'd kept my elevation down, I would have actually shot that gap between the, the chairs. It still slides around, like, there is still some sliding. But there's definitely less sliding with the 0802 rig. Oh man, that crash recovery is just hooking me up. One of these rigs, I think the 0802 rig, I do have this weird air mode only at low. I'm sorry, yeah, air mode only at low, like below 20% throttle. There we have it. Oh boy, I had to see. Oh, I went through the vertical thingies. Oh no. All right, so I'm all dialed in on this rig. Let me switch back to the 0802 rig and see if it's any better. Although let me also check. Yeah, it kept its adjustment. It's still low up tilt. So all right, I'm gonna use the same battery actually and just go right onto the 0802 setup and see if it feels all weird still. I have a feeling it will. But maybe it'll feel a little bit less weird. You never know.
Low battery.
Let's see. Oh my god, what's happening? Oh, great. Look at it's like an explosion. Every time I touch the sticks, there's just this explosion of action. Oh god. Nah, it still feels different. I think it might feel a little bit less different though. Maybe. I feel like that helped. Gotta be honest. Oh, that was really cool looking. Okay. Ooh, 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 ooh. That, this door in the hallway being a little bit open like this is really killing me. It really makes that hallway, oh, for Christ's sakes, awful narrow. Oh god, that is such a fun little combo. And it's, oh, those doors. The kids leave those doors open. Oh boy. It does make it a little bit less different. It does, but it still feels different. But I'm starting to really think that that's. I bet you it's a combination of the motors and the man, this I can't get this unplugged. Motors and the camera being just different. You know that this. I think this man, I cannot get this battery unplugged. What the hell? This BI camera is like kind of fisheye-y, and the run cam is not. Let me get caught up on chat real quick here. Propped up FPVs in the house. All right. Kevin Sumner says, oh, thanks, guys. Joe Bruce says, where'd you get those socks? Christmas present at some point. Kevin Sumner says, have you considered using a 12-volt wall wart for your goggles while you're flying from your seat? I never even thought of that. That never even crossed my mind. They'd probably still beep. Slim says, I'll triple check my wiring and such for the 5th time. Yeah, I couldn't get the nameless one to work, and I tried like everything. Part of the problem was that I was looking at Happy Model wiring diagrams, but I also just checked it, and there's also silk screening on it. I don't know. It just didn't work. Hey, Grizz, are you still in here? Slim, talk to Grizz. Grizz has a bunch of those. Maybe he has some secret. I doubt it. But Joe Bruce says, what's this crash recovery you're talking about? In the CLI, it's called crash recovery. Just go in there and you can turn it on. Basically, what crash recovery does is I fly acro inside, and when you're in acro, it when it senses a big spike of G-force, it turns the accelerometer on for a split second and finds level in the same way that like angle mode and horizon mode do. Let me hook these up to Betaflight real quick. Let's take a quick look at what's going on each one of these rigs. It's 8:20 at 9 o'clock. Bot Grinder goes live. You guys are all going to go watch him because I'm going to go off the air. Us streamers try to not step on each other's toes, if at all possible. Grizz is still here. There you go. All right. Kevin, do me a favor. Leave those bots so that I can hide them from the entire channel. I appreciate you doing that, though. All right, Betaflight's coming up. Here we go. So, oh, come on, OBS, you're better than that. So this is the B-Brain. So if you come into the CLI and you just type get crash, it'll give you all the options. But it's crash underscore recovery. Right here. So if you type set space crash underscore recovery space equals space on, you can turn it on. It's really nice. It works really, really well. Every once in a while, okay. Why? Why? I know why, but on one of these rigs, so it's this one. On this one, I turned the crash recovery rate up. See, the default value is 100. I turned it up to 200, and I think that makes it just a little bit quicker. I noticed that here tonight. That's one of the things that I wanted to check is is which one of these rigs I changed this rate on. So that's interesting. I think I like it at 200. It just makes it find level a little bit quicker, basically. So let's also take a look at PIDs and filtering, because you guys always want to see that. Pretty standard tiny whoop PIDs. Cranking the numbers up pretty good here. 90 is on the P gain. We can move this D-max up even higher. Yeah, that's fine. A little bit more authority on pitch because it's got more things going on. It's got the battery. The battery runs nose to tail. There we go. That makes my OCD a little bit happier. Feed forward all the way up at 1. I-term relax cutoff 10. Anti-gravity 6. Dynamic dampening gain and advance both at 50. Motor output limit 100. Dynamic idle 30. Wow, that's really low. It's a really low dynamic idle. I'll be damned. And then here's my rates, 2,770. That's pretty standard. Okay. I'll move this throttle midpoint down a little bit to 35. Just because when at the beginning of the battery, it's really excited. And then here's the filtering, dynamic. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, this is pretty standard stuff. Nothing all that exciting, to be totally honest. Let me look at modes though and see if I have this thing on the wacky air mode setup. So I do have this thing on the wacky air mode setup. Let's leave it. It seems to be okay on the Tiny Whoop. On a 3-inch brushless rig though, it was a real mess. Let's test that though real quick on this rig before I forget. The problem that I was having on the 3-inch rig is that basically air mode was just not becoming active all the time. It's a lot harder to be able to tell that with a Tiny Whoop, but it's not impossible. So I can also kind of show you how you can tell. Basically, you're going to do a throttle blast, and then you're going to go to 0 throttle, and you're going to look for it to hold its axis. And if it moves around at all, air mode ain't working. So let's see.
Timer 1 up.
Come on. There we go. Come on.
Low battery.
So I guess I can do this. I guess I can do this in here. So let's put it here. Yeah, so you know, air mode's fine. No, it's not. Hold on. That one was fine. Man, it is hard to tell. But it seems okay. It seems to be holding at 0 throttle properly. I don't know what the hell is going on with the 3-inch rig. So, oh boy, that was a weird little. So I'm trying to trigger crash recovery. Oh, it didn't turn on that time. So right there is an example of why I kind of like this. See that? See how I can get it off the wall? Ready? See how it came off the wall? Watch this. The Mobula 6 does not have that turned on, I don't think. And watch what happens when I do that same thing and put it into the wall. Air mode seems to be working on that one, so that I'm kind of pissed that I deleted that post. That was stupid. That was a rash decision. I don't quite understand why
Telemetry recovered.
it wasn't working. So let me see.
Low battery.
Connect. Come into modes, and let me see what I have air mode set. So yeah, see, so the air mode is constant on this rig. Watch what happens when I put it against the wall like that. Also, this is with the slower crash recovery. So we'll get to see a couple of differences here, hopefully. All right.
Telemetry recovered.
Okay.
Low battery.
But the main thing you're going to notice is when I go up against the wall, it's going to freak out. All right, so ready? Same wall, same everything. I can't get it off. I'm 0 throttle. See how it's stuck? That's air mode going crazy. 0 throttle. So there is a real advantage with Tiny Whoops to not running air mode all the time. With a 3-inch outdoor freestyle rig, that's just not going to happen, right? Like, you're not going to have that situation where you get stuck to the wall like that. And as long as it's not causing anything bad to happen, yeah, you're good to go. So let's turn that on real quick. Let's turn on
Telemetry lost.
that feature here and make sure that, so basically all you're doing in your mixer tab in your transmitter is putting throttle. You just go into throttle, your throttle mixer command, you copy it and you put it onto aux 8 in the mixer, and then it's going to send throttle on your 8th channel, and then with that OBS, man, come on. With that extra channel, you go into modes, and you go to air mode, you put it onto aux 4, and you can see it's moving up and down with the throttle now. All right? So we're gonna close this range down to like 1200 or so. So it's active at low throttle here, but then as soon as you raise the throttle, the air mode turns off. I really have absolutely no idea why it wasn't working on the 3-inch micro brushless rig, but it wasn't even a little bit. So let me speed up crash recovery. Get crash,
Low battery.
and then it's crash recovery rate equals 100. So I'm going to take that, I'm going to copy it, I'm going to do set, paste, and raise it up to 200. Save. And that's going to make crash recovery act a little bit more quickly. Hatboard says, for the Happy Model 0802, why would there be a clockwise and counterclockwise? Is that the direction? No, Hatboard, they just wire them differently. Just get whichever ones you like the color of better. It's fine.
Telemetry
There's no real reason to not to get one or the other. It's just silly.
telemetry
Okay, so now watch the difference when I do that same thing with well, and we can also check to see if air mode is becoming active. Is that somebody at the door? Who the hell's at the door? Is it Maggie with groceries? Might be Maggie with groceries. Hold on. Hold on, friends. You're back. Who is it? Oh, yeah. So sorry. Did you lock it? Maybe I did. All right, we good. It was Maggie with groceries. All right, so let's do that same little move over by the wall. You guys will see a huge difference. And then we'll check it.
I heard him.
Yeah. All right, ready? So same thing. I mean, first of all, it's not even getting sucked in. But even when it does, well, hold on. Hold on, actually. See the fact, like, I can get it off, right? Like, that's what she said. It is possible to get the damn thing off the wall. And now you can totally see, yeah, that's it. Nose it into the wall so that we see just beige. I can very clearly see how much quicker crash recovery is actually acting too. Wow, yeah, big difference. Big difference. So let's check if air mode is still working. Nope. Let's come home and swap a battery. Isn't that cool? Isn't that a cool little feature that we can just turn on really easily?
telemetry lost.
Yeah, let's really quickly check that. I'm going to put a Beta FPV 260 battery on. Why not? Flat part to the right. Yeah, that's we've had crash recovery forever. Just had to turn it on. No big deal, you know.
Low battery.
Just gotta know it exists. Oh boy. Oh boy. So it's a little bit man, I can actually feel that it's a little bit lighter now. gonna get her. I'm gonna get her, guys. I'm gonna get her. Here I come. You know it was coming. Oh! Oh, I didn't clear it. Yeah, wow. Oh, look at me. Look at that landing. Oh, totally planned. 100% planned. Hopefully she's not there. Ooh! Got away with it. Here we go. Ooh, the big one, boys! The big one! That was just delightful. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. You see, like the 0702s have good power, but the 0802s with that move, like they just eat that move. They eat it. They completely just munch on it. Oh, I'm deep under the couch. Oh my god. Wow, I got out of there. No way. I didn't think that was recoverable. Oh, almost. Oh god, that would have been so sick. Not good enough. Not good enough. Oh! Came right down in front of me. Oh. Oh, this is just, I don't know, why am I trying to do this? Never gonna happen. This is officially too small of a power loop. Unless I just do one of these, you know? But I'm trying not to do that, man. It's so difficult to do this. Oh, that door. That door tried to get me. Ooh, that battery's low. Coming home. You can make it. Oh, what am I doing? Why? Why am I the worst? Oh, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. Ah, I made it. I made it. Nectronics with a $2 super chat. Thank you, brother, for supporting the madness. FreeLojo says RC and Power 2104 M2 18 grams. 2104. Are those the ones that use that weird M2 single motor shaft? Oh God, excuse me. 8:38. We got 20-ish minutes left. All right, Grizz is talking to Slim. Awesome. What was I just gonna do? I don't know. Let's go back to the. Well, no. Let's go to the Mobula 7. Prepare for a lack of performance. You guys will really get to see the difference. You saw a whole bunch of 65 mil motor to motor stuff. Let me look at the up tilt situation though. Oh yeah, there's lots on this rig. We want bare minimum. As little as, wow, okay, that's too little. That's too little. Hold on. I didn't think it would go down that far. Oh, these ducts are bigger though, so there is going to be more duct in view. Oh, wait, I guess I can do the same test on this one. Just tightening these screws up a little bit. So when I do this same test with this rig, oh yeah, okay. The light is roughly in the same spot. So here's the Mobula 7 ELRS. Prepare for non-stop crashing. It's just heavier, so it slides around a lot more. Oh God, oh, the hover point is way low. What is the deal? What is going on with the hover point? Why is it so low? Oh, well, there is something weird going on. You know, I noticed this the other day with this rig. When I do a... you're gonna have to listen. Ready? You hear that secondary? You hear how it's wow-woo, wow-woo. I'm not doing that second one. It's doing that on its own, and I don't really know why. But man, it makes flying it difficult. Because when I chop the throttle, there's another burst of throttle that I don't want. Oh, oh! Still got good power, but it's too heavy. And it's doing this wah-whoop thing. Still flyable. You just got to get used to it adding throttle that you're not asking for. Oh, that was... And I think when the battery... See that slide? See how it just kept sliding there? That's what I don't like about the 75 mil rigs. Yeah, it does it really bad sometimes. Let's look at the PIDs. Did I maybe move the PIDs way up? Could be eye gain related. I wouldn't think so, but let's pull the eye gain down a little bit. All right. Bring this down to 130. This is not a big eye gain change here, so this really shouldn't do anything, but worth a shot. iGain does the way to tune iGain is to look at what happens after a sharp move. No change. So let's keep screwing around with stuff. What else? What else? Oh, it could be feed forward related. I have feed forward on this rig. Why do I have so much feed forward on this rig? Let's get this taken out here. Oh, you know what? I put feed forward onto all the tiny whoops. I really don't like feed forward though. This will be good to. This isn't going to change anything, but it's worth 6, 5, 4, 3. Leave that there. Come on. That's 6. All right. Let's see if that changes anything. It won't, but maybe it'll make it easier to fly. Still doing it. Oh my god. Oh boy. You still down there? Oh, thank you. You're the best. On the couch. I'm hanging out on the couch. Oh, hello. Thank you. I love it. All right, this battery's shot. Oh, that slide. It's just heavier. Heavier for no reason. All right. Thanks, Dan. So yeah, that's the Mobula 7. What is doing that weird thing? Let's hook this up to Betaflight real quick and take a look. Maybe we got something weird turned on. Let's take a quick look here. Whew! I'm hot, yo.
Telemetry.
I am hot.
Low battery.
Hit the like button, subscribe, do all the YouTuber things. There we go. I'm a good YouTuber. Get crash. Crash recovery is off. Well, okay. Let's fix that. set crash recovery equals on. And then we're gonna do crash recovery rate. We're gonna move that up to 200. Set crash recovery rate 200. Let's do get PID sum. PID sum is maxed out. Okay, good. What about get it's not throttle that I want. It's I want get what boosts the PIDs at 0 throttle? What's that called? I can't think of it. Oh, it's in here now. They put it in the new configurator. What am I saying? Is it PID sum? It's no PID sum. We just looked up. It's thrust linearization. It's on 10. Okay, yeah, that's not too high. What could be causing that? Rate profile obviously is not causing it. What the hell's going on with these filters? What is going on with the there is something really weird about this. Why is that on static? And why is the D term? There is some. This Mobula 7 is cursed. I swear to you. There is just the weirdest stuff going on. And see, like I can't change the. Oh, there it is. All right, let me pull this down. But watch, when I save it, it's gonna reset it. Oh, look at that! It didn't. Move this to dynamic. I think I want it to be on dynamic. I forget. Yeah, the filtering on this Mobula 7 is very strange, and like when you change it, it doesn't stick, and like it acts really, really, really weird. Really weird. It's very confusing. 3-point averaging, I could probably drop it down to 2, but I'd rather have more averaging than less. Oh, is this an anti-gravity gain problem, maybe? Bring the anti-gravity gain down from 8 to 5. It shouldn't be an anti-gravity problem, but it might be. All right, let's try that. We made a couple of changes. Let's see if... To be honest, the only change, though, that would have helped that would have been that anti-gravity. None of the other stuff that I changed should have anything to do with that.
Telemetry recovered.
But
Low battery.
if I fixed it, I'm happy because it's kind of obnoxious. It does it really bad when the battery is fresh. Oh, it's an anti-gravity problem. So I had the anti-gravity turned up too much. Oh God, it's so hard to get it through this doorway. Hear how it's going? There's not a second little yip. Let's just give this a second to cool off. Oh my God, see this is what happens with this rig. Like, I expect it to change directions because it's a tiny whoop, and it doesn't, because it's a heavy tiny whoop. Can I squeeze by? Woo! Thank you. Ooh, ooh. Ah! It does. Oh no! Thank you. Ooh, 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 we're pinballing. We're pinballing. Everything's fine. Oh, it's making a sound now. The sound hath changed. Either I bent a motor shaft, which is probably the case because these are 1mm motor shaft motors, or oh no, okay, all right. There's a big piece of fuzz. There we go. Okay, all right, we're good. We're good. These motors have, well, let's check the motor health real quick. Hold the rig, put it into turtle mode, fire each motor, and gradually spin it up. Feel and listen for one to sound different or have more vibrations. We're good. We're clean. Let's burn the rest of this battery down. That'll pretty much take us roughly to 9. You guys can go get some butt grinder in your life. I hit the stair. Oh, nope. Come on. Oh, we gotta go the other way. Gotta go the other way. I got it. Thank you. Oh. 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 There we go. Wah!
There you are.
Hey! I was going after that booty as hard as I could. Jesus. Did you ask me if I want a vodka tonic? Yeah. Yes, please. Get you one that makes you vodka tonics, friends. What's that, Tito's? You got some Tito's? What are those ingredients on that Tito's? Oh! Oh, gimme. Gimme. Drink. Drink. Oh, no! Am I upside down in it? Did it really not get wet? It's a thirsty Mobula 7. Good Lord. Here we go. Oh man, yeah. It's just, I truly enjoy flying this a lot less. Like it's just not as good. It's not as good. It's not the right formula for a tiny whoop. Yeah, hit myself hard on that one. Yeah, it's just Dan 636. You're right. Yeah, the 4.3 anti-gravity really doesn't need adjustment. I've moved it back to stock. Oh, thank you.
Where's your coaster?
I just put everything on here.
Telemetry lost.
Just put it here.
Did I have a coaster before?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Sorry.
thank
You're
you. Cheers, friends. Ooh. Oh, she trying to get my pants tonight. She made it strong. Yo, my face is hot as shit. I've flown a lot tonight. That's not all that's hot as shit. Let's go full McGillicuddy 0802 newbie drone. Let's make some magic happen, friends.
Telemetry recovered.
We're gonna do some sketch. We're gonna go full sketch,
Low battery.
full maximum attack. Ready? Oh my god, it feels so different in the middle of the throttle. It's so much more lively and active and like, especially compared to that 75. That was close. Ooh, the lamp tried to get your boy. Lamp tried to get me. Oh boy, now everything's trying to get me.
Stop running around and in the shower.
Okay. Woo! I backed into you. Oh man, it throws so much farther too. What an adjustment. Wow, it is very different to fly this. Oh, we are pinballing, friends. Oh my god. I'm all of a sudden over rotating on everything. I think that's just did it again and keep hitting that corner. Oh, I was a little late. Oh, what is that? Oh, those are Maggie's roller skates. Whew, man, that is a big difference between the 7 and the... All right, let me try to get it. Oh God, excuse me. Try to get used to this, and then we'll wrap it up. Let me just fly it around somewhat safely for a minute. God, I cannot explain to you guys how different this feels. It's like way more reactive. And I mean, it makes sense, right? Going from 7mm to 8mm is what, like a 12% change? Like this has 12% more motor than the get in there! So close! Oh boy! Oh no! Can't force it. Can't force that move. It has to just happen. Oh, it's full rip time. Ready? Oh no! Trying to figure. Doing that move as a big backflip is just never gonna happen consistently. I'm trying to find. Ooh, almost recovered, not quite. Trying to figure out a way to do it that it'll work. What is that? A piece of fuzz? Trying to figure out a way to do it that's not like... That might be it. That might be it. Throw a big stall in the big gap. Right? Throw a big stall. I think that's it. I think that's the gnarliest way to do it. That's not like... It's kind of cheating though. Oh wow, I can't believe I pulled that one off. Oh, come on, make it back. Oh no, make it back. See the OSD get all angry. Woo! Jesus. All right, one more. 857. We're good. Here we go. Last one, because the full first half of that battery was just a nightmare.
Telemetry recovered. Low battery.
All right, I'm used to it now. Not used to it enough. Oh, crash recovery, thank you. There we go. I'm gonna shut up and fly. Wait, here, I'm gonna put some music on for you guys. Get some music going. We'll do a quick flight edit. A quick live flight edit. Here we go. Give you guys less Zoom H2 and more desktop audio. I broke it, friends. Let me go get it. It threw a proper blow up a motor. Oh, and I cracked the frame. Look at that. I cracked a another cockroach rim. You can actually see it. See it? Whee! And the magnet ring dropped on the one motor. Yikes. About time we did some damage to it. All right, people, it's 9:02. Go get you some bot grinder. Veritas Weasel says, is the Mobula 6 better than the 7? Absolutely. Thoughts on the Tiny Hawks? They're way too heavy. 661 says, anti-gravity, I-term relax, completely different 4.3, recommended at 3.5. I didn't hear I-term relax changed. Anti-gravity is definitely different because they added P gain into it. It's not just I gain. All right, friends, go. Wow, I broke another one of these. I'll be damned. Look at me go. Go get you some bot grinder. I love you guys. See you Sunday at 3 o'clock Eastern. And yeah, be good. CiottiFPV.com if you want to see these live streams continue. My name's Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti. Bye-bye. Here comes some fine. I shouldn't have quit. Shouldn't have quit iTunes. Relaunching iTunes. Ooh, I should unplug it, eh? It's all hot from being plugged in, sitting there. What can I play for you guys? What can I play for you guys? Ferris wheel raw. That's fine. That's fun. Here you go. Later. This one will work. All right, boys. Peace.